Welcome back, Doctor Who here. And this episode, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is Doctor Who YouTube Series / show appreciation. This is a reflecting episode. Basically, out of everything I've ever done, the history of this YouTube series, just reflecting on where I was to the point where I'm at now. Basically, reflecting on what got this series to the dance. If you don't know, this is my version of the TV series Doctor Who, but in the video game world. So I'm here to talk about and reflect on everything that's ever happened and what made this series. So basically, going back to where the channel started. The channel started as Uncharted 4 montages. Sniping montages, kill montages, win montages on Uncharted 4. At the time, I was trying to fulfill goals that I didn't get to do on Uncharted 3. And that's what the thing was. And I used to, in these montages, people like Titus were in them, Johnny were in them, Jess, Adam, Let's Do This, I mean, IDR, Uncle Bleezy, Huntitude. I mean, so many names. And most of all, my Uncharted 3 mentor, Assassin, who I was so happy to show him a good sniper that I became on Uncharted 4 and him to play with me a little bit, even though he hates Uncharted 4. You know, this channel started as Uncharted montages, and it moved from just random montages to montages under Burn, montages under Conquer. And to be honest, in these montages, people like Let's Do This, IDR, Jess, Johnny, Adam, Baja, Assassin, Titus, Jizzo, Uncle Bleezy, Huntitude, Roadblock, Ruff, Dizzy, Holic, so many names. And for the first year that this channel was around, for the first year, it was all Uncharted montages for the most part. And these were some really good sniping montages. My best sniping clips were shown in these montages. There was a few exposure videos, some montages. One of my fondest favorite exposure videos was definitely in the first year was against Zunburn, who's an old Last of Us rival of mine. I really want to, if it wasn't for that first year, those Uncharted montages, and just the fact that I kept doing montages, there probably would be no channel today. So, I'm very happy that it started as Uncharted montages, and my Uncharted 4 run was documented, at least in a montage sniping way. So I want to thank Assassin, Titus, Jizzo, Jess, Johnny, Adam, Baja, IDR, Let's Do This, Uncle Bleezy, Huntitude, everybody that's previously Conquer, Block. Without them, the first year wouldn't have happened, and it wouldn't have continued. Moving on, it moved to Uncharted. It turned into exposure videos on Uncharted, random montages, Bring It volumes. I mean, Rogue 81st, Friday Night Flights, just Rogue 81st matches, unit matches, burn matches. I mean, the entire second year was stacked. I mean, Battlefront, it really set the foundation. All my great unit matches, all my great Rogue 81st matches, the wars against Ace-Wing Corps, my moments with Unit. I mean, second year was good. I want to thank Rogue 81st, Hank, Maddie, Ronas, Jacinto, Josh. I mean, so many names in Rogue, I can't remember them. But we definitely, what Rogue 81st did in the first half of 2018, we fucking flew those skies. We were the fucking best. You know, I really enjoyed my time and stay in Rogue. I mean, we really dominated. And Heroes and Villains, whether I played with Kentucky and Jessica Salt, you know, Salty, as we call her. I mean, we definitely dominated Heroes and Villains. And, you know, another friend of mine, what's his name? 8 Arms, you know, me, Jess, I mean, Jess, aka Salt. Me and Salt, and 8 Arms, and Kentucky played Heroes on a daily. I mean, and then me and Minnick tore it up on Heroes, and we created Unit, and me and her won a lot of great matches under Unit. I definitely elevated Bring It as a series. Played GA for part of that year with what's his name? Drawing a blank. Forget his name, but I played GA for a while with a friend. Mrs. Headley's another one, played with Salt and stuff on Strike. Mrs. and Mr. Headley. Year 2 was good. Then moved to Blackout with Unit and Blackout, and the holiday specials came to be. Moving into 2019, that's when things went on fire. So I want to thank Salt. I want to thank Kentucky, Mr. and Mrs. Headley, Rogue 81st, Minnick, Fun. That year was definitely popping. Going into 2019, anyway, going into 2019, start off a bad time. Unit fell. My Battle Royale goals kind of took a downfall. But I met somebody. His name is Shockwave. Nothing but respect for Shockwave. Me and him created Thrawn's Fist. And me and him got Gunner involved. Got some ex-unit members involved. Some new members involved. And I mean, it's no secret. I mean, what we did, I think, for 6 months, 1,666 wins, 56 losses. That does not include tryouts. What that includes is 3 of us on Heroes and Villains, 3 or more, and Hero Showdown. That was our win-loss record. That's against Twitch streamers, YouTubers, clans, people like Miami Wonka. The list goes on and on. That was definitely a highlight. Thrawn's Fist, I could sit here. I could sit here and make a whole hour-long separate video talking about Thrawn's Fist and the legacy and the impact that it was, not only on this channel, but on me and everyone who was involved, you know. What we did, I don't think can ever be duplicated. at least the win-loss record. And that was it's not like you can make a clan now and have that same record. You can. There's a lot of noobs on the game. Back then, it was a lively game. That record then, it meant something. Making a clan and doing that now probably doesn't mean as much, but doing it then when the game was hot, it meant something. And that clan had an impact on this show. Because that particular run with those clan tours, those holiday specials, those Bring It volumes, those 10-0s, whatever it was, whatever I showcased into a video from that clan, it was always perfection, it was always strategy, it always was something amazing. It was a show to watch. It definitely had a big impact on this show, and basically it's what laid the foundation. Not saying everything before it was worthless. The Uncharted montages were amazing in their own right. The unit shit was good in its own right. But the Thrawn's Fist stuff stepped it up to the next level. It truly impacted what it was. What the show was. It put the show on the map. At least in my eyes. Basically, it's what made the show. It's what made... It's like when... The videos mattered, is what I'm trying to say. The level of success, it mattered. The high quality, it mattered. The people in the clan mattered. And they deserve to get showcased. I am happy that shit's still on YouTube. And I didn't take it down. Because that shit deserves to be showcased. All of us. Everyone involved in Thrawn's Fist. From Shadow Strike to Gunner to Shock to X-Men to Labama anyone. I already said Shadow Strike. All of them deserve to get showcased. We truly laid a foundation not only on Battlefront, but also laid a foundation for my YouTube series. And it's hard shoes to fill post that. But it definitely laid a foundation. It was definitely one of the big major highlights of the show. It definitely helped get the holiday specials up and running. It definitely made the Bring It volumes feel special. Also, during the first half of 2019, there was Arse. It was a blackout clan that I was in. It was the only highlight out of all my blackout runs. It's the only blackout run that mattered. And with that being said, the holiday specials that featured Arse were top notch. And also the Kiss My Arse series, the volume series. That series was on fire. I think out of all the Bring It was a great volume series. War of Attrition, which I'll get to, was a great volume. Was the best volume series I ever did. But Kiss My Arse was great in its own right. It truly helped show that I can do more than just Battlefront. And because of that, people like Luke, people like Lame Brain, people like Scott, and most of all, Boom. Can't forget Boom. Without them, the Kiss My Arse volume series wouldn't have been good in my eyes. It would have just been mediocre. So big thanks to them and help with the show, and big thanks to Gunner, big thanks to X-Men, Labama, Shadow Strike, and especially big thanks to Shock for not only sharing a clan with me, choosing to trust me when most people wouldn't, but for sharing a clan with me, for being a high-quality duo team. Me and him, Team Rusty, we were a really great duo team on Showdown. Me and Shock, what we did with Thrawn's Fist was amazing for everyone involved. The legacy it did, the impact it did. So nothing but, at least for 2019-wise, Shock deserves the biggest thank you from me, to be honest. Because without him, the foundation would have never been built. What we did, the level we did it at, the show wouldn't have had the foundation it did in my eyes. So big thanks to Shock for being there and being a part of it and help launching it. Moving on, next we move to Clone Force 99, which is a sour subject, the villain thing. So when Thrawn's fist fell, the villain was born. The villain, for those, I'm going to say some secrets. The villain thing was just a character. When Thrawn's fist fell, I'm going to state why it fell. When Thrawn's fist fell, I was burnt out. Before the last few weeks, the last 2 weeks of the clan, I was burnt out. I was burnt out beyond disbelief. Between the wars with all these YouTubers, Twitch streamers, big names, people like Miami Wonka and shit trying to stream snipe me every night. Between Reckless being a crybaby and running out. And oh yeah, let's talk about Reckless. Let me stop there. Reckless. Me and Reckless had a good hero showdown run. Reckless, you may be an asshole. You may have your whole facts of what happened to me and you in the end. You know, you can think what you want, believe what you want. I don't care. But I still respect you as a player. I respect you as a duo partner. And I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Anyway, the shit, going back to the story. The being stream sniped every night was stressful. Building the clan every day, doing every try. You see, when I run a clan, I do most of it myself. You know, not that I don't need help, because I do need help. But I love the brand so much. When I love clans, I love clans. People know me. People know me. I'm a clan guy. I'm a brand guy. I'm a team guy. I love doing it so much that I have to do most of it myself. I have to make sure everything goes perfect for everybody and everything. And I care so much that I overwork myself. I stressed myself. Doing every tryout. Handling everything. Running it day by day. Between the shit with Reckless being a crybaby and leaving, that was stressful. Between Minnick fucking being a bitch and leaving, that was stressful. I mean, between the problems with Shock and Gunner, and Shock and Gunner didn't really like each other. They liked each other and they don't like each other. They had their issues, whatever. Gunner was a young guy. Shock just stubborn. He doesn't take shit. It just Gunner was Gunner and Shock was Shock. It just didn't mesh well. They had issues, and Gunner was gonna leave. Gunner was gonna leave, and I told Gunner if anything happens, I'd walk away from everything. That's the promise I made to Gunner. I tried so hard to make Gunner stay. And I always tried to fix it. And that shit stressed me. Shock and Gunner weren't getting along, and it was stressing me. All those shit mixed in. I needed a break, to be honest. I needed a break. I guess what? I wasn't getting no break. Shock went on vacation, and I'm sitting there running the clan, and I'm still doing tryouts and all this shit. The stress piled up and 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 piled up. I thought I was fine. One day, I snapped. I went all crazy. I snapped on Shadow Strike, to believe it or not, which was a co-leader at the clan, one of the co-leaders, which is actually the reason why Reckless left in the first place, because I made him co-leader and not Reckless. I snapped. I had billions of things running through my head. I had burn running through my head, SAH running through my head, the LNF war running through my head. I had Misfit running through my head. I had so much shit running through my head, and Shadow Strike and Gunner, to the best of their ability, was trying to talk sense to me, and it went in one ear and out the other. Not because I was ignoring them, but because I just wasn't there. I had 5 million things running through my head, and by the end of it, all I could see myself was a bad guy. The bad guy. That was it. Gunner quit. Shadow quit. And I left Thrawn's Fist. I walked from Thrawn's Fist. I left Shock because I said, I made a promise to Gunner, if Gunner ever quit or got kicked, I would walk away. That's how important Gunner is to the clan. So I walked. And I created an image, a character, basically to hide the pain. Basically, I just got hit hard. So getting hit as hard as you can. Now that was the hardest loss I've ever had. I mean, there's been hard losses. Misfit, Burn, SAH, Thrawn's Fist was the hardest. It's either going to break me like the others, or I have to turn it around. How do I turn around? How do I reinvent myself? How do I come off that? Well, I'm the villain to everybody. It just clicked. It clicked in my head. The villain, the villain, the villain, the villain, the villain, the villain. Clicked in my head. And I ran with it. And all it was a character to show people who do continue to watch the show how crazy that made me. How nuts I can be. It was all to show craziness. And that was just getting started of a long-ass journey. But to start that, I went to Clone Force 99, which was a clan that was #1 in the Facebook community as a trooper clan. So I joined it, and I had a good time there. I had an enjoyable time. Wasn't my style. I was pretty miserable not being able to run a clan, you know, go from being a great-ass leader, doing all these high things, to go to just some regular member. It was degrading, but it didn't bother me. I enjoyed the people. I enjoyed Andrew. I enjoyed Rebecca. There was a lot of good people there. People like Austin. People like Rob. People like Tyler. But I was never truly happy. People like, especially, can't forget Chelsea. Had a lot of good moments. At that time, Thrawn's Fist created this volume series called War of Attrition. It started in Thrawn's Fist, me and Shock, Hero Showdown, Team Rusty. And it turned into Supremacy. Well, it eventually evolved into Supremacy with Clone Force. We had an hour 15 match with Clone Force. I had crossovers. I had so much shit. When I was in Clone Force, did crossovers with other clans. Did some War of Attritions. Bring it. War of Attrition really started getting up there as a series. Holiday specials, etc., etc. Then I met Optimus Prime, really good friend of mine. Optimus Prime and me made Team Nightmare, which was me, Optimus, Fun, Minnick and Josh, and Shane. And we dominated, man. Supremacy, we were winning matches left and right. War of Attritions, let me just say this. War of Attritions and Team Nightmare were on fire. They truly were highlights, especially Volume 75, which was Validation, a 3-hour match. The greatest match I ever had, the greatest match in my YouTube history, the greatest match I ever had on Battlefront. There is not another match that I've had that has ever topped that. Nothing will ever top it. A 3-hour match, victory for Team Nightmare. It truly was Validation. It's a match like that, a volume like that, that put War of Attrition on the map. Not to mention War of Attrition was already on the map, because every volume was amazing. Me, Optimus, Fun, going out there and dominating. Another highlight was me and Josh in Strike as well. Me and Josh tore it up in Strike during that time. Me and Johnny, I had a retirement on Uncharted. I had a Burn revival with Johnny and Me and Johnny did Team Fury. Had a lot of shit going on that year. So that whole year, 2019, was the highlight between ours, Team Nightmare. Just the level of players that I beat on Heroes, the level of players I beat on Trooper modes, the level of players that I played with in Team Nightmare, the level of players I played with in Clone Force, the level of players I competed against just on Battlefront or with Battlefront was unbelievable. That year truly was the best. That whole year was a highlight. And the villain thing launched up. Things got so crazy in Team Nightmare, it was nuts. That year, definitely, 2019, was the highlight of the channel, and there has never been a high period at that height that year was. Moving on to 2020, Team Nightmare was kind of had its issues. Optimus was getting sick of playing Battlefront. Optimus and me were having creative issues. The clan really wasn't it anymore. Optimus wanted more out of the clan, and I wanted less out of the clan. He wanted more members, I wanted less members. It was a lot of issues. We decided to end it, and I went to Shadow Legion and helped Rami behind the scenes get Shadow Legion up and running and helped him hands-on. Me and Master kind of got a thing going. I introduced, how do you step it up? How do you step up the villain thing? How do you step up 2020? Well, let's introduce this show's version of the Master. If you don't know, that the Master is the Doctor's arch nemesis in the show. So I introduced my own version of the Master. Me and him, the crazy duo. At that time, Clan Tours ended. Holiday specials were on their way out, and War of Attrition was reaching its end. The focus was shifting to episodes, actual Doctor Who episodes. And the episodes, me and Master really set the bar. Two people set the bar for episodes. What me and Master did, Overwatch, Battlefront, Fall Guys, whatever game it was, Resident Evil, me and Master definitely made each holiday special, each War of Attrition special, and each episode special. I always debate what my better duo is. Is it me and Shock, Team Rusty, or is it me and Master, the villain duo? It's debatable. Longevity, me and Master. Me and Shock were Battlefront only. Me and Master can do any game we want. It's always debatable. I don't know the answer. Those two duos are definitely my favorite. But me and Master set the bar. Moving to Fortnite, completing my Battle Royale goals, me and Master won over 100 games together on duos. That's a number I'm happy with. But me and Master definitely set the bar for episodes. And basically, which is what the main format is today. There's nothing but episodes. I don't do anything else. That's how happy I am with the episodes. And if it wasn't for Master, the episodes wouldn't have been a staple. You know, Master doesn't really play much anymore because he has a job and he works over 12 hours. He gets off and then he basically goes right to sleep just to wake up the next day. He doesn't have time anymore to put into the game. So our duo has kind of reached a halt. But the episode format is still here, so I just want to thank people like Optimus, Fun, Josh, you know, anyone that was in 2019. Chelsea, I want to thank Chelsea. Chelsea, you may hate me now for whatever reasons. I don't hold a grudge. All I have to say about you, Chelsea, is you definitely were a supporter of the War of Attrition and the show. So you have my respect. I want to thank Master. I want to thank Shane for doing a lot of great episodes. We had a lot of great episodes. And where we are now in 2021, basically making Apex and Fortnite episodes, I'm happy. I'm retired on Battlefront, not coming back at all. I'm focusing on Fortnite and Apex. I'm retired. I play for fun. I make episodes. That's it. I live a chill, peaceful life now. Where does the show go from there? Show is just about winning on Apex and Fortnite and showcasing good matches to make good episodes. But the show has a history, over 4,000 videos, a storied history, a lot of great matches and moments and volume series and episodes and tours and you name it. I thank everybody who had a major role in the show, who has ever played a match with me. We had great memories. We killed it. For whatever reasons, we're not doing it anymore. I still respect you, whoever you are. We did a lot of good things. I'm still doing good things. The show will go on. And that's that. So, that is the appreciation. Right after this is a match on Fortnite. And then that wraps up this episode, which is an appreciation of the YouTube series, which is ongoing for almost 5 years now. And for those watching, if anyone's watching, people love to insult me by saying no one watches your videos. Let me just make this very clear for all those haters, whoever said that to try to insult me. This YouTube series is not done for viewers. I am not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to get a following. I'm not trying to get a fan base. I'm not about any of those. This series is what I enjoy to do. I play to make episodes. I role play as the Doctor in a Doctor Who YouTube series in my own format, which is the video game world. My gamer tag is the Doctor. I role play as the Doctor and do Doctor Who episodes. That's what this is. It's for my own personal enjoyment. It's not to get famous. It's not to get known. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to even get viewers. I don't care if people subscribe. I'm not doing it for anybody. I'm doing it for myself and my own enjoyment, because I enjoy making Doctor Who episodes and I enjoy role-playing as the Doctor. Because I am a huge Doctor Who fan of the actual series, and this is my own version of it. I do it for my own self. So every video that's on here is for my own enjoyment, to go back and watch these episodes on demand at later dates. That's what it is for me. It's for my own personal enjoyment. It's not for anyone. So people who insult me by saying no one watches your videos, I don't do it for anybody. I'm not trying to get famous. I do it for myself. So I want that to be perfectly clear in this episode.
Damn it. Fine.
He's down. Dumb fuck.
No, he's chasing you.
He stayed alive longer in the pre-game loading than he did the fucking actual match. This fucking retard. Mike, stop. I was here first. Give him a med kit. Right, give him a med kit.
I did.
There's a big shield here.
I'm coming to get it. Somebody's sniping to the south.
It's a UFO too. Mike behind you, shoot it. You got sniper ammo?
No, I don't have any.
Just take my shit, randoms. No limit, Rocky. And your cozy chomp, garbage ass fucking skin. Look at your garbage ass pickaxe, the drumsticks. I bet you're a fat girl like Jackie. Probably sitting there eating cake.
Did you say eating cake?
Yep. I have minis too. I'm not giving them minis.
So do I. I'm not giving up anything. I only have one though.
Well, he ain't even. Well, actually, he's the good one. Mark him the meat. No. No, he's the dumb one, but he's also the good one. Ba, 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 ba.
up here.
Why is he going off on his own? I'm going to help him.
Just killed somebody. I'm coming back.
5 other teams. Probably groups of 2s and 3s. It's gonna end in Crag A.
Damn, I have no ammo for my second gun.
Which is?
Shotgun.
Here, come here. Go in front of me.
Okay. I found it off the guy I killed and I had none, so...
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's your cat looking at you right now. Just sitting there in your chair with your controller. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow.
You want 3?
Nope. I have 300 for each gun. I'm good. I have 12 grenades.
I have 3.
About the Dirk Muhammad Jihad someone. In this episode, show appreciation.
The abduction situation is hitting a crisis point. We need to get a handle on it yesterday. We need a boots on the ground presence on him.
People here.
We need him alive and on our side. Maybe you could bribe him with some supplies. The guy's a bit of a hoarder.
They're shooting the animals.
Fucking morons. I think I'm retarded. Oh, they're shooting the animals. Come on, let's go. Come on, morons. We're gonna get shot and killed.
I know.
Give him a mini.
Alright. I only have 1 though.
You need to give it to him. Hurry up.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. Come on. Wonderful. Try not to get seen. Mike, you're out in the open. I said try not to get seen.
Crouching.
Doesn't matter. They can still see you, man. That's game, my friends. Got him.
Nice.
Fly across the country, I finished the show and I hop in it. I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shit, I'm hot. Fly across the country, I finished the show and I hop in it. I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shit, I'm hot. Fly across the country, I finished the show and I hop in it. I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shit, I'm hot.
And yes, it is a show appreciation, and as the emote said, I'm still hot, bitch.